Hello crafty friends! Today we're going to use this gorgeous background paper by Digital Collage Club to make some tags. I have a link to the Digital Collage Club in my description below, and there's also a discount coupon if you use my link. We're going to be using this background paper as the base of the tag. I think it's a quick and easy way to make tags because you'll have the front and the back decorated and you don't have to do your own collaging. It's already done for you with beautiful vintage papers and designs. I'm just cutting down to size 2 tags. I'm not really measuring, I'm just eyeballing it. We're going to have a front and a back, so we'll just fold it in half and then we'll trim the edge. I want my tags to be a little bit more sturdy, so I'm using a thicker piece of cardstock to go between the two pages. This step is optional. You could just use it just with the original paper, but if you want it thicker, you can add additional cardstock. I'm just adding this with a glue stick. Once the glue is dry, I'm going to trim off the excess cardstock. I do like shortcuts in my artwork, so to make the tag shape at the top, I'm not going to measure anything. I'm just using an existing tag and placing it in the corners to be able to cut at the right angle so both sides are symmetrical. And I'm going to use the corner rounder to round the corners on the bottom two sides. I'm going to use some ink to distress the edges. I'm using the color Vintage Photo and it's a distress ink by Tim Holtz. This step is also optional. To add some texture, because that's one of my favorite things, I'm going to use a stencil and some texture paste. The stencil I got off AliExpress a few years ago. I don't have a name or a link, but if you search it or on eBay, I'm sure you'll find something similar. So I just press through in a certain area. I don't want the entire card covered, just a section. So I pick a few numbers and position them and then use the texture paste to go through the stencil. Once the texture paste is dry, I'm going to add some color. I'm going to use color burst powders and I'm using the color turquoise. You only need a very small sprinkling of the powder. It is very, very vivid and very concentrated, and you'll see now when I put the water, the color just explodes. I absolutely love this. I'm using my paintbrush with some water just to help the color flow a little bit. I'm trying to concentrate the color more to one side of the card, mainly around where the texture paste is. I love that the texture paste resists the color, so the numbers stand out, but then there where it dries on the background paper, it leaves like a spotted effect, and I really love that look. These lovely vintage ladies that I'm going to use on my tags are also from the Digital Collage Club, and perfect to add a focal point to your work. I'm not just going to stick them flat and directly onto the tag. Of course, I'm going to build up like an embellishment cluster underneath them. So I'm going to use different kinds of elements, whatever I can find in my craft room. I'm using here some cheesecloth. I always love using cheesecloth because it gives a beautiful texture normally underneath your focal point and adds a lot of interest to your project. I've also found these small doilies, so I'm thinking of using that as well as part of the background. I like obviously the scalloped edge and that it's slightly different, and it makes the tag sort of a different shape because it's going to be hanging off the one side of the tag. And then I also have some text from an old book that I've torn up, just adding the layers and just seeing what looks good. I'm going to do the same on the other tag. I want the numbers to show a little bit underneath, so I'm doing this embellishment cluster to the right of the card. I also want to add some wings to my little vintage ladies. These are just from a scrapbook paper that I have, that I've cut them out. I like that they're black and white and they're quite bright and bold, and I think it suits the overall look quite a bit. Once I'm happy with my composition, I'm going to start gluing everything down. I'm just using my fingers to curl up some of the edges from the piece of text that I have pasted down. I like the look of it not being all totally flat. It gives it a bit more dimension and adds interest to the embellishment cluster. Something else I like to add to most of my projects is paint splatter. I think it adds really good contrast and also can help pick up colors that are in the project to help connect everything. For this one, I'm going to use black. The reason being is the wings that I'm using for my vintage ladies are also black, so I think that contrasts well and it sort of ties the things together. Otherwise, there's no other black element on this project besides the wings, so I think that'll help it connect. And here I'm just using watered down acrylic paint. Another little trick to add additional texture is to paint gesso onto your cheesecloth. So what I do is I just take a scrap piece of paper where I lean my cheesecloth on, and then I use paintbrush and gesso, and I just dab it onto certain sections of the cheesecloth. Not everywhere, just here and there, and you can leave it to clump up a little bit because it will dry quite crispy, as I would call it, and it gives little, you can see little blobbies of the gesso, which make it, I think, look really, really interesting. I love using this technique. Once it's dry, it's quite stiff and it has a beautiful additional texture to it. We're going to stick this down with the hot glue gun, and an easy way to do this is to apply the glue to your top elements. So in this case it'll be the butterfly wings and the vintage lady. So you apply the hot glue to the element, which will then press down onto the cheesecloth so you don't actually burn yourself and you don't have additional glue seeping everywhere. I would love if you subscribed to my channel. I have lots more tutorials, process videos, and even giveaways to share with you. Don't forget to hit the little bell button so you're notified every time I upload new content. I'm now going to add a little lace trim at the top of the tag. I'm just marking where I'm going to punch my little hole. I'll use my little hole punch to make the hole, and then I'm going to feed through the little lace ribbon. And I think this ribbon suits it really well for with the vintage look. I really hope you enjoyed my video and were inspired to create your own tags. Again, just a reminder that the printables are from Digital Collage Club with links below in my description, and I will see you again soon. Bye!